Listen, when it comes to women, they want a lot of things. But the reality is that there are certain things they need that you have to be willing to embrace. And so I'm going to lay out for you the 5 things a woman needs from her man. My name is Stefan Labossiere, aka Stefan Speaks, back with another life and relationship advice video. Today is going to be relationship advice for the men, all right? Breaking down some things to help you so that you can experience more successful, happy relationships. Now, before we begin, as always, be sure to like this video, share it, and comment below. Comment one of the things you feel like a woman needs or even wants. Let's talk about all of it, all right? But I'm doing this video because the reality is that sometimes there's a disconnect. Well, a lot of times there's a disconnect between men and women with what the other gender wants. Now, I have a video that you can check out about 5 things a good man really wants from a woman. But here I'm going to be talking about what a woman really needs from her man. And it's important as a man to embrace this if you're trying to have healthy relationships. If you're here to play games, this video ain't for you. But if you want something stable, serious, healthy, successful, that's going to be able to pour into you the same way you got to pour into her, then this is a video that you need to take heed to. So let's get right to it. Number 1 thing a woman needs from her man, no particular order, security. Now, when we talk about security, it's not just physical security, the act of protecting your woman. Because yes, women desire men to be protectors and providers. At least most of them do. There's always exceptions to the rule, but most of them desire that. But it's not just about protecting them physically, it's also about protecting them emotionally, all right? And so you have to be mindful of not bringing toxic energy to your woman, not burdening her with unnecessary stress. You want to keep her or help keep her in a positive, good place, because then that only strengthens her to be able to do the same for you and the household if you guys move forward and have kids or you're married or whatever the case may be. So you want to protect her emotionally as well. Now, security is such a huge deal because when a woman does not have security, she cannot feel comfortable in that relationship. If she doesn't feel comfortable and safe, she can't open herself up all the way that you would want her to. It pretty much causes her to keep walls up, or at least contributes to the walls staying up. So you want to make it easier for your woman to be fully vulnerable with you, and providing that security will do that. Now, let me make something very clear. Part of providing security is officially committing to the woman. This is why marriage is so important, but let's just even look at it from the standpoint of becoming officially boyfriend and girlfriend. When you're dating a woman, all right, and you're going off for months, and you cannot provide her with the title, the official label of "we are together, I am committed to you," then she cannot feel secure in the relationship. So once again, now you start seeing her acting funny, you start seeing her being crazy, and I'm putting that in air quotes because that's what it looks like, but in reality, it's superficial or surface actions that stem from the fact that she does not feel secure in the relationship. Now, this is not to excuse or validate what can be unreasonable behavior in some situations, all right? Let's make that clear. But it is to shed light on the fact that as a man, you want to be able to provide her with the security of, I am committed to you, I am about you, all right? And so initially, that can be done through making the relationship official. But at some point, that also has to be done through marriage. Because again, she's sitting there wondering, what are we doing here? Where are you taking me? Like, what is the deal? What are your intentions? If you cannot state that clearly to her, then you are not providing her with the emotional security that she needs. So be mindful of that. And if you cannot provide that for a woman, then you're dealing with the wrong woman, or you need to do some more work on yourself to get to a place where you can. And I say that in reference to the fact that there are a lot of men, could be you, who have dealt or are dealing with a woman you actually do love, but because you haven't healed from past traumas and hurts and disappointments, you are afraid to move the relationship forward in that kind of that official way. And so again, that's something that you need to work on and address, but you've got to get to a point where you can provide that security. The number 2 thing a woman needs from her man is communication. Now, I'm sure you hear it or you've seen plenty of jokes told on TV shows about pretty much the woman just want to talk, and the man just wanted to be left alone. And in a lot of situations, there's a level of truth to that. But the reality is that, and this pours back into security, if she doesn't feel like she can talk to you, there's going to be a problem. If she doesn't feel like she can talk to you, then how is she going to feel confident that you're even into her and committed to this relationship? That lack of communication can breed doubt. It can cause confusion. And once you have confusion, then you have chaos. All right. So you've got to be mindful of, listen, always keep lines of communication open with your woman. It's important that she knows she can feel comfortable talking to you. It's important that she knows whatever questions she has, she is allowed to ask you. And yes, you can establish this even in the dating phase by letting a woman know up front, hey, I'm serious about this, so anything you want to talk about, feel free. Anything you need to ask me, don't be afraid. Like, literally say that to her, because a lot of women hold back in fear of running the man off or overwhelming you. And again, yes, if she's dealing with the wrong guy, then he doesn't want to talk to her. But if you're serious about this woman, and again, you're trying to have a healthy, loving relationship, then you want to make it clear, you should, that the lines of communication are always open. And with that, you have to be willing that when she does come and talk to you, to listen, all right? As well as express yourself, because one of the greatest frustrations from women is the lack of communication from men in expressing themselves, how they're feeling and what their desires are. Now, granted, there are many men who don't do it because the woman doesn't handle it well, that she is a poor communicator, all right? But if that's the case, let it be known. Tell her that's what's going on. Tell her why you don't communicate, and let's see if we can correct it. And if we cannot correct it, why are we wasting time in this relationship? If she is a horrible communicator, if she is bringing too much trauma from her past in this relationship, and she cannot have healthy conversation with you, then don't drag this relationship on any further. But you have to make sure you're doing your part, and that is communicate. Be open to it. Be open to listen. Be open to expressing yourself, all right? And learning how we, and when I say we, you and your partner can better communicate with each other specifically, because what may work really well for one couple as far as communication may be different for another couple. Quick example, one couple may do very well with verbal communication, face to face. Another couple may need to start the conversation off with a letter. All right. It may be easier to express themselves that way, and then they're able to come together, sit down, and have a talk face to face. So explore the ways to make it easier for the both of you, but make communication a priority because she needs that from you. The next thing, the third thing a woman needs from her man is patience. Now listen, I know sometimes that woman might work your nerves, okay? and it might be hard to be patient in certain moments with her. But you have to, as a man, learn how to remain poised and calm and lead by example and implement patience in your relationship. And it's not just patience in everyday interactions or getting her to understand something that you're trying to express. I feel the need to also mention is also patience in intimacy, all right? There's a lot of women that complain about their man trying to rush the process, essentially skipping the foreplay all the time and want to get straight to it. And I understand as a man, there might be moments where that is what you want to do. But if you rob her of patience, even in intimacy, and allowing yourself to more enjoy the process of getting to that ultimate goal that you may desire, then you're going to diminish the intimacy between you and your partner. You're going to make it harder for her to want to engage and be receptive to you. So it is important that, yes, you are patient even in that process. But again, as always, you talk to your partner, as mentioned in number 2, you communicate so that you guys can get on the same page as far as how much patience is needed, how to better understand each other and get on the same page, all right? And so that you guys can flow together very nicely and seamlessly. But it is important that you learn the skill of patience in your relationship, because she's going to need that from you and not need you to just fly off the handle and just get irritable really fast. That's not going to be good for the relationship. So be patient. It doesn't mean what I'm thinking about is, it doesn't mean get to a point where you have too much patience. And I don't know, maybe I'm saying that wrong, but I guess what's coming to me is like, I don't want you to become passive in how you handle certain situations because you're trying so hard to be patient. So there is a line that can be drawn, but you do have to exercise a level of patience. And again, what that level may entail is something that you and your partner need to discuss. The fourth thing that a woman needs from her man is leadership. All right. Now, I know we live in a society where they want to promote there is no leader in the relationship. You do it together, blah, blah, blah. And I say that because I'm sorry, that's not my position. I don't believe in that. There's a lot wrong with that ideology, and I'll have to do a different video to break that down. But the bottom line is, even if you are engaging in relationships that believe in this dual leadership, you as a man still have to have leadership qualities in you. You still have to be able to provide that when necessary and in certain situations. So if you want to have more successful relationships, you got to learn how to stand strong as a leader. That's going to entail things like being more decisive. All right, because an indecisive man, I hate to say it, but it can be a very weak man. And I say that with all due respect because I have in my past been very indecisive. And when we can't make decisions, one, it's like an anchor weighing us down in life because we're now paralyzed by this one situation that we can't decide what to do about it. But if you're in a relationship, that becomes even more annoying when that woman is looking to you to make a decision and you can't. That does not show good leadership. So you do need to learn how to be decisive. You need to learn how to be more poised, all right? You need to learn how to be confident, all right? You need to learn how to lead by example, all right? There's a lot, and learn how to communicate. It goes back to communication because good leaders know how to communicate to their team, know how to communicate to everyone involved and get everyone on the same page. So all of those things and more are going to help you become a better leader, and that is extremely important because she needs that from you. Again, even the women who are trying to run the relationship, all right? And I'm not saying you should entertain that, but that's your decision as a man. But even those women want the man to be able to take the lead when necessary. So regardless of what kind of woman you're dealing with, it is going to be important that you develop the skills of leadership. Now the fifth thing, and after this fifth one, I got one more important point to make, so don't stop after the fifth one, keep watching. But the fifth thing a woman needs from her man is attention. But not just attention, all right, but the fact that you pay attention. Now let me break that down for you. So one, she needs attention as in you are showing, giving your time to her, you are present in the moment with her, you are making her a priority in your life, you are giving her the attention that she desires. You're reaching out to her, you're communicating, you're taking her out on dates, things of that nature. She craves that attention from you. If you're the man she chose to be with, then that means she wants that attention from you, and you've got to be willing to give it or to make time to give it. And I say make time because I know for a lot of you men, you may live busy lifestyles, and sometimes it gets very easy to get caught up in work and other obligations and start to neglect the attention that you need to be giving to your partner. So I encourage you to take a step back and create a structure that gives you the balance of giving the attention and time you need to your work, to your purpose, because that is important, and hell, purpose is priority, plain and simple, but you still need to be able to give your woman time too. But now when we talk about paying attention, like I said, you need to be present in the moment. And you need to learn how to read your woman. Read her in the way that you're picking up on the little things. One thing about a lot of women, they don't always want to have to communicate everything to you because they're hoping you will be able to pay attention and figure it out by monitoring them or watching them and noticing maybe certain patterns, maybe certain things that they said that they like that you'll, if you're paying attention, will pick up on and now can use that to now do nice things for her. She likes that. Even if she's not expecting that from you, it warms her heart when her man noticed something on his own and was able to now put it into play and put a smile on her face. That shows her that you're very in tune with her. Women crave that. Now, again, it doesn't mean that women should not be more expressive about their needs and desires. I always encourage women to do that, but I still want to encourage the men, learn how to get in tune with her, learn how to read her and understand even her body language, because that is going to really make her feel good. That's going to strengthen that relationship, strengthen that bond, and again, it will work in your favor in the overall quality of the relationship, all right? So those are the 5 things, but I want to make one last final overarching point. What she needs from her man is masculine energy, all right? I am huge on the dynamic of masculine and feminine energy. It's important as men that we tap into that, we cultivate that, we learn how to master it, because that is what she ultimately needs from you. And a lot of things that we already discussed play into you standing in that masculine energy, all right? So make sure that that's something that we dive deeper into. And yes, I will provide more information and videos about masculine energy, how you can improve it, how you can master it, so that you're gonna be winning, not just in your relationship, but in your life overall. So just remember the importance of you tapping into and walking in your masculine energy. So those are the 5 things the woman needs from her man. Again, comment below. Let me know if there's anything else that I missed. Ladies, you can add to the list, all right? Comment below. Give your feedback. But again, like this video, share this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.